Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Chucklefox. How we doing? Let me get a few more things kind of set up here and ready to go. Lovely. We have a bunch of heroin. This is going to be an interesting stream. Alright. One thing I'll go ahead and do is for those who are not in the Discord, we will do that and do that. There's that. Great. All my friends are fucking putting in the goddamn CCP flag. I fucking love it. Not. Okay. Alrighty, well, welcome in, Chucklefox. Let's take a look at, first off, who we got in here. Let's see here, we got no one. We got Noah Tucker, Gnome with his typical nukes. I'm assuming that's everything that you have submitted. Modeling history, Peen, Kyle Mooney, Jerky. Let's see here, Cookies. Kevinus, Gaming, Big Rat, and I think that is everyone that is in chat so far. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get this started off. We'll start at the very fucking top with the A32 Nectar. I'm going to assume this is something aircraft-wise. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Let me get this over to land. Un momento. Yeah, there we go. It's because it's it's because it's organized in alphabetical order, so. Okay, so that's your VTOL craft that you had submitted last time. Oh god, you put the eyes on it too. Oh, is that like, how many materials it has? Oh, that is. I forget that you could do that, to where you could set it to where you could display, like, speed, materials, and all that kind of shit. So, okay. So basically this is just like a little platform to deliver the VTOL into battle. So let's, hang on, I want to see this real quick. Fuck it, we'll spawn on a Marauder way to hell out here and see what happens. Okay, so it immediately launches it. What's this thing set to do? Just maintain a certain distance? Oh. Oh, you have a little gun here. What is this? Nope, come on. 18 millimeter firing. 1400 RPM. Goddamn. Oh, and it's rail, of course. Does some funny things in combat. That's my grip 2. Such a cool interior deco. Yeah. How much of this? Well, it is, and that is fair. That the Tetris is pretty small, but that's because it's a fucking 18 millimeter. We already know how the VTOL does, because it's a little fucking rat constantly spinning everywhere. You know what? Let me just spawn this thing closer, so we're not sitting here for 10 fucking years waiting for it to get the bottle. And we'll do, I don't know, right here. Sure. Fucking wonderful. So it basically has just about the same gun as the VTOL, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't the VTOL's like an 18 mil as well? Yeah. So, except this one could fit a bigger gun. Okay. Honestly, I really like the styling that you did on the legs with the steam pipes, kind of making it look like it's actually like hydraulic lines and hoses and stuff. I do really like that, and with all the joints and everything, you actually did a pretty good job with the walker. I can't make walkers personally. For granted, I've never really tried, but it's not exactly my thing. But no, I like the overall styling. You might put something on the belly, maybe like some kind of like a access hatch, but really overall, there's not much else you can add to this. This is pretty good. I like that. Very bad. 20 social credits have been deducted and your internet access card has been suspended for 24 hours. Damn. Well, get fucked, Nolan. Okay. Now we got the Bonepecker class surface strike jet. What the fuck kind of name is Bonepecker? Let's go take a look at this. Okay, I recognize the style from someone else that had submitted stuff before. Yeah, it was Will. So, my same complaint that I've had with your other designs that you had submitted, like last week, your cockpit really needs some work. I feel like the cockpit needs to be at least a little bit wider, and the glass for it needs to expand out a little bit more. Because it just being one block like that, it just looks like a needle, and it looks like it was accidentally put as glass. Like, it doesn't fit it all too well. Expanding it out at least by one more will give the cockpit a little bit more shape. And you could do something like, I don't know, we'll just kind of piece something together here. Kind of just like expand it out just a little bit like that. Hell, even you might be able to expand it out 5 blocks. Because then it looks like it like moves into the hole a little bit better, instead of it just being like a needle dick sticking out of the front. This is the Bonepecker. I peck the bone. Yes. I find your lack of decos disturbing. Well, for granted, they did say that they don't really like using decos. Which, okay, I can understand. I still say you should use decos, but you could still make the overall shaping of the cockpit better without decos. You don't have to use decos to make it look decent. Now, would it look better if you were able to implement decos into it? Yes, absolutely. But it's not required. So let's just kind of fiddle around with this here for just a moment. Just to kind of show you maybe something you could do differently for the cockpit. So, now I'm not saying you need to do this specific one thing exactly, you know, but it is something. Actually, you could do something like that. I know that's blocking your camera, but because now at least you could put on, I'm just gonna make the glass like a different color so you could see it a little bit better. Because now you can at least make your cockpit look a little bit bigger. Make it look like you can actually see out of it instead of it just being one block. Something like that. Like, that already looks a little bit more proportional. Now, of course, it can be implemented a little bit better, but I think you get the general idea. I mean, it's hard for me to say things that you need to add to it, especially since you don't like using deco. Oh my god, what is... Oh my god, it's a cram cannon. Jesus Christ, it comes down, shoots a big fucking cram, and then bails. That is beautiful. I do like that part. The overall idea of the vehicle, I like. Your styling on it can use some work. The color palette and the colors, I think, are okay. It's just working on your shaping a bit would help it immensely without having to use decos. So, that's all I got for that one. Alright, now we have the CS2 IMS Joro? I'm not even gonna fucking... Nope, I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, this is in my fleet cars. Oh, I remember you posting this, like, pictures of this in, the show off your designs. The, like, little fucking bee thing. Yeah. Oh. I think you might need to mirror that. But, oh, yeah, and you've got the little wings flapping around. What is this thing? Oh, you even, like, decoed it to be, like, a little needle. That's neat. I like that. This is a very interesting design. I will say that much. Now imagine a crammed dog fighter. Yes, indeed. I do want to see this thing engage something. Oh my god. Whoa, hang on. Oh, I really like those missiles. You even managed to make it fit the whole design of that. I really like those. That's a nice design for that. Holy shit. I'd say it's fast too, but it looks like it's a lot faster than it is because it's so small. Good build. I hate it. Pretty much. That's kind of what it's like. Is it gonna shoot? Wasn't this a gun? Or am I mistaken? Is this oh, that's not a gun. I could have swore I saw a gun in that. Okay, so it's just missiles. Okay. Well, shit, even for just a missile craft, that's pretty fucking cheap. Oh my god, are those incendiary? They're incendiary, my man. Can it dodge a cram, though? Well, it actually missed, but... No, this is actually a really cool design that you could easily, spam. This game looks fun. Have you ever thought about playing CSGO? Michael, go fuck yourself. You know what you've done. Reverse launch missiles. Yeah. Very interesting way to do it, but it works really well. Yeah, I don't have anything I could say about this. This is just a really neat design. I like the styling of it. It looks better in its actual colors, but because it's my fleet colors, it's kind of fucked up. But I think he's got some different pictures and stuff posted inside of the Show Off Your FTD Designs channel in my Discord server. But no, that thing is really fucking cool. I really like that. Thoroughly enjoy it. And I really like those missile decos. Excellent work on that. I love that. Okay, now we have the Draugr class heli gunship. Okay. Oh, okay, so this will be Will again. Yes. I do like the idea of this. You can work on the propellers a little bit. They look a little bit goofy with how curved and stuff they are, but that's something that doesn't require decos. That's just something you come into the missile and you can configure the blades with. It does take a bit to kind of figure out. Oops. I just accidentally. Hold up. I fucked it up. There we go. It just takes a little bit of fiddling with in order to get the propellers to look right. See your bad game, no CSGO. Agreed, no one. Fucking agreed. Oh, just wait. No one, it's a rage bait. How it do 125k fire so far. Yeah, that fucking little bee craft is fantastic. Let's see here. How much is this? 285,000. It is pretty expensive. The one downside to using the props is that they're fairly weak. They could easily get knocked out, but at least you have some kind of redundancy. At least your cockpit is a little bit bigger on this one. I could at least give you some props on that. I feel like the guns could be a little bit integrated a little bit more. Kind of like a flare out where the barrel comes out. Instead of it just kind of looking like it was randomly shoved in an area and called good. Let's see here. 42 millimeter firing at 1567 RPM. Whoop. Let's check. Well, I guess with something that small, it's not really that big of a deal to optimize it because you just want fast fire rate at that point. So, big heat shell at least, so that'll do a decent amount. Especially with that high of a fire rate. And you've got a particle, well, not particle, fucking cannon. Plasma cannon. Let's see, let's take a look at those intervals. Nah, pretty average. Although, my boy, you don't have any recoil absorption. Even though it's a fast, like, just sandblaster of a gun, you need some recoil absorption because your inaccuracy is going to be fucking terrible. And it's going to make it harder for you to be able to pinpoint hit certain spots. Also, I see that you are using the wide drill bits for armor up in the front. Very cheeky, but it works very well. I understand, especially since it's an aircraft. You need as much survivability as you can. But yeah, I would recommend trying to add some kind of, like, even if you down the fire rate just a little bit to add some recoil absorption, that accuracy will help you a lot. So let's see here. Not enough free room behind. Oh, what have you got? Hang on, what have you got where that comes out? Oh. Yeah. You might need to work on that because you're reducing the efficiency of these engines and how much power that they can produce for you, because that's in a way. If there was a way to where you can move the output of that up by a little bit to where it starts coming out above those blocks, that'll eliminate that problem for you. And then you can squeeze out just a little bit more power and some efficiency out of those engines. Let's see here. Then you got just some small injector bricks, materials. Oh, actually. Oh no, that's a flamethrower. Bro, why do you have a flamethrower on this thing? Hold on. I want to see this thing just have a fiery piss stream. It definitely dishes out a lot of fucking firepower, which I like. Did it already kill it? It did. Hang on. I'm going to turn this into godly, because I want to see that flamethrower work. I want to see it work. Oh, and you're using EMP too. Lost a little bit of respect there. I don't like EMP. I think it's kind of cheap, but either way. Oh, yeah! That is fucking beautiful. I love that. Doesn't get to get used a whole lot, but fuck, it is beautiful just watching a giant fiery stream come from that aircraft down there. I don't need any recoil absorptions on desired range and engagement against desired targets. Those small jets are mostly not needed anymore. I had them before learning thrust vectoring. I did a big update on them, but not changed all the stuff. Okay, well, I mean, I guess if it works for you, then it works. I just typically like bouncing out my guns and having enough recoil absorption because I like having as much accuracy as I can. Fire is fun. That is very true, Noah. Alright. Well, that was kind of neat. I like that. Okay, so now we have the Falcon class gunboat. This looks like something from Colton. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. How much is this? 19K? Very fucking cheap. I like how low profile that superstructure is. It looks like it's really just kind of melded into the hull. I like that kind of styling for it. And then you already gave me a heads up that the gun decos and stuff that you had on this was like a mod and it's not registering. So you lose a little bit of points for using a mod. Because I don't like using, I don't like hardly any of the mods on this. I wish I could, the only mod I wish I could get to work again is the render distance mod. They say they fixed it. But for some reason, no matter what I have tried, I cannot get the render distance mod to work anymore. I've gone through and deleted every single file of it that I could find. Nothing. It just does not go away. Well, it just won't come back, I guess that is. But anyway, so this is a 75.5 RPM, 40 mil. What are you using for your shell? That's a munition defense. Okay. So something against small missile barrages. And then you've got a... God damn it, fucking camera bullshit. 76 mil. So I'm assuming this is going to use your... Okay, good. Just a full heat charge. That's good. I do really like this turret cap. I like the overall design of it. Your turret caps, Colton, have always been good. But you've been getting better at some more of your details and your superstructures. I just really like how small it is and the little kind of curved smooth down here that you've got. Let's check underneath. No exposed propellers. Good. Minus the ones in the rear, but that's because they're supposed to. I like the little housings you put around that too. Very nice. You got your small rudder. Let's see here. Oh, what is the water mod cooked? Render distance works fine for me. It works for me. How you fix it? Works for me. Yeah, see, I don't know. It just fucking doesn't work for me anymore. I don't know why. When I cannot get it to fucking work again. No matter how much I re-download it, delete everything, nothing. Nothing works. I can't get it to work. Yeah, I went in and fucking I went in and deleted all the mod files that I could find, every single one of them for it, and reinstalling it, and it does not work. I don't know why. Alrighty, let's take a look at your internals. Just 2 and small injector bricks. That's fine because it's a pretty small craft. Oh, you even got these ammo ejected too. Good, so they don't split your ship in half. Although, okay, so I see you like a little bit of extra lag, but these are not ammo ejected. Also, my Discord is not muted. Un momento, por favor. Do not disturb. Outstanding. I always forget that I turn off streamer mode because I hate how it blurs out everybody's names on Discord and everything whenever I try to copy links. Anywho, and you got some propellers for roll control and stuff like that. Very good. No, this is actually just a really nice small design. There's not much. You might adjust the color of the lifeboats. Now, I don't know if you're using a fleet color on that and it's supposed to look different, but if it is supposed to look like that, the gray... Oh, I forgot I still had that thing in here. Whoops. But I mean, the colors on that just kind of look funky. So if that's how they are, I don't know about that. The mast could be a little bit bigger, I feel like. Oh my god, it's so happy. It's rocking back and forth so much. Hang on. With it rocking back and forth so much, are you using any PID? Well, obviously you have to be using some PIDs. God damn. They are working very hard. A little bit too much. You might adjust the gain on your PID so it doesn't rock so quite as much, because they're going up to basically like the roll propellers are going up to basically like full speed immediately, and so it rocks it really far to the other side, and then they turn off, and then the other ones turn on. Adjust the gain on it, and it'll make it a little bit smoother. On bigger ships, it's required because it's heavier, but on something this small, you don't need that much gain on it to get it to stay up straight. So, other than that, like the design, very good. Oh boy. Not even gonna read that out loud. Alright, what is this thing? This looks like another nuke. Flying silo. Yep, this is from Gnome. Flying silo? This is the most kind of depressing thing that I've seen from you. Typically, it's some interesting kind of design, but hey, you know what? At least it's not just a nuke. I'm not sure what design you're going for on this. I'm not sure why it's called silo, but fuck it. It's 5K. What does it do? Let's, the classic. Let's spawn in the Marauder. Oh, good. Fuck. It is very maneuverable. How much do those missiles do? Oh, those are frag missiles. God damn. Yeah, a non-nuke missile from Gnome, which is very, very interesting. Considering everything he's done has been nukes. That's kind of what I was just... I'm not gonna lie, whenever I saw Silo, I straight up was expecting just like a fucking silo from like a farm, just flying through the sky and just blowing up. Like, I straight up thought that's what the Silo was going to be. Which, I'm a little bit depressed that's not what it was. So, yeah, this thing's just a little craft that you can spawn in a bunch of and bully some other craft, because it looks like it'll be pretty hard to hit, especially with how small it is. Okay, probably ought to work on the design aspect of it, because it kind of looks fugly, not gonna lie. You could try a deco to make it look like a smaller drone or something like that. But this is kind of looks wise doo-doo stanky. Functionality wise looks like it works fine. So you might want to try modeling that after something. Okay, now we got the Gryphon? Is that how you say it? Gryphon class heavy gunboat. Okay. Another thing from Colton. Oh! Minus the fact that the APS firing piece is showing. I fucking love that turret cap. That is... Now, here's the other question. Yes, you made it follow with it. Very good. Oh, and you got little torpedo launchers there on the side. You might work on adding like little extra supports between the tubes. Because right now they just kind of look like they're sitting somewhat on that center pivot point. Add some other kinds of supports and stuff on the sides. And you also might be able to add, like, this tube. Add, like, another tube, like, let's do something like this, except like that, and expand it out by, like, 2 more. And you can add, like, little reinforcement rings around, like, just throughout the, all the tubes. Super basic, but it adds more to it. I would also recommend hiding those missile gantries. Okay, same thing with the lifeboats. I would recommend changing those colors. And you have some fucking up with the mantlet there, but I'm going to assume that is because of your mod and the decos that you're using on that. 40 mil, 571 RPM. I'm going to guess this is a munition defense thing. Yes, yes it is. And you're using a heat round on that. Okay, that looks like it's optimized. Very good, very good. Your decos on the deck of the ship are not overwhelming, but they are just enough to give it enough shape. I do like that. Especially your masting and rigging on all this. This is very good. Ooh, I really like that radar. God damn, that looks like that was a pain in the dick to make. I like that. That is very nice. Underwater check. Okay, got good reinforcements. That's a little odd, having the shaft come down like that and then straight out. Yeah, that looks a little off. I would maybe work on either positioning the propellers up a little more, or doing something different to where the shaft is a little bit more straight, or hell, even making it to where it looks like the propellers are pointing down a bit more. And then, let's see here. Oh, you do not have enough processing power on your mainframe for all your detection. I would recommend adding at least one more general processing unit if you can. You got your AI surrounded. Oh, good. You use general purpose PIDs, so your roll and pitch control doesn't get shut off whenever the vehicle gets shut off. You have just enough ammo, and you have a little bit more fuel than you need. So you could probably get rid of what? Shit, you could get rid of a decent amount of the fuel and replace that with just regular materials. Yeah, you could just replace that with like regular materials there instead of all fuel. Sure do hold a lot of materials on this thing though, for how small it is. 59K. You make a lot of smaller boats, but I like that. I respect that, because I don't make a whole lot of small boats these days, because I'm not very good. Well, I take it back. I can, I just don't typically like to, but I respect the fact that you can make these smaller boats, and actually seem like they work pretty okay. Oh, good. You added like a railing cap. Excuse me. A railing cap up at the front. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's take a look at those torps. They look alright. You need to work on the clipping up here on the front of that. You could do that by just barely making the size of the spear that you used here down by a little bit. Or even, hell, you could use the half spear now, because the half spear is a thing in decos. And then you can just make it mount right up to it, instead of actually having to use the whole ass spear. See, the rest of that looks alright. You might add, like, just a minor gripe. You might add, like, some kind of, like, little panel or something on the side of the torpedo, but other than that, looks fine. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Okay, on to the next. We have HF7AH. Why is this, what does this look like? Oh, this is a helicopter. Oh. A helicopter that does not fly. Hold on. I think there was somebody that said that their design may not work because it's in a progress. Not sure. Who is this from? Let's see here. NF is the ship and HF is the heli. Sent both just in case. Okay. Tayit? Tayit? Is that how you say your name? I don't know. We're gonna go with... I'm just gonna call you Tay. So, it looks like your helicopter does not work. I don't know if it's supposed to work right now, or if it's still a work in progress. Your overall shaping looks alright. I don't know if you're very familiar with decos or not. Let's see here. Because the decos would definitely be a nice thing to have instead of all these steam pipes. But I do respect the fact that you at least put, like, made like the kind of like landing skids for. Oh god, you put the simple weapon. It would be better just to make a small, like a really, really small APS than to use this for a front gun. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Yeah, it looks like a very early build. So I don't know how experienced you are in FTD. Let's see here. Cockpit is alright. I mean, for a very basic build, you at the very least got it to look like a helicopter. Like yeah, it looks like old school decorating. Yeah, kinda. What the hell are all these ACBs? If there's no enemy within, set the electric engines output to... Oh, it's supposed to dock with a mothership. Hold up. Am I an idiot? Oh. I see. Okay. So, that is supposed to be a little helicopter that comes off of that. Okay. Now I understand why it wasn't working. Okay. Good God, we got some things to talk about here, boyo. What are these, turning props? Okay, I can understand that. First off, your colors are a little bit off here. That looks a bit weird. Your turret caps, this one's alright. This one is not. Why the fuck does it stick out that far in the front? And why is it so pointy? Like, oh my god. So, okay. The little bulge out on the hole that you've got here, I think is fine. Although I wouldn't add that little cutout right there. I would just make it come out here and be smooth all the way back until you slim it back down to the regular hole. I would recommend, if you're just going to use the medium shafts like that, use the medium crank motors. Actually make them functional. And I would also hide these inside of the hull of the ship as well. Do that. Do that. Also, on these big up ships, don't use the little boat rudders. They don't do hardly shit. just make a giant custom rudder. And just do that instead. Because you're going to be able to get more out of that than those regular propellers. It's going to give you some better speed. I would make this gun point backwards instead of towards the superstructure. You also want to armor up those rail magnets or these rail parts definitely a lot more. Because then if they get knocked out, then, well, immediately your rail gun is out of action. You can't use it. You need to armor this, like these smaller turret caps. Even if you add just like a layer of heavy armor on the outside, you need to armor it up a bit better. And for this, I'm sorry, boy. This is just really bad. The turret cap on this is just really bad. I would cut back the particle cannon a little bit and sink these a little bit farther back into the turret cap. This one, your shaping is a bit better. It looks more like an actual turret cap, although it looks a little bit slim. And also, don't do that. Don't do that. If it gets hit in the side, boom, you're losing a bunch of your railgun chargers. Whenever you're making the internals to your gun, oh my god. Okay. So, oh my god. Okay. You have a lot to learn, my friend. For one, the Tetris is really bad. Really, really bad. And you do not need this many railgun chargers. Not in the slightest bit. So, if you look down at the menu here while I'm hovering over the gun, do you see right below where it says what the recoil is? It says rail use. Your rail use is 9,584 per second. That's what's in the parentheses. Your capacity is 42,200 a second. You do not need this many railgun chargers. Not only is that a lot of weak points, that is also super expensive. So you could really get away with getting rid of so many of these. Like, literally, you could get rid of so many of these railgun chargers. Then you could fill that with armor. You could fill that with more gun. Well, actually, I wouldn't. Whoops. I would not recommend putting any autoloaders or anything inside of the turret cap, because then that makes it kind of explodey. But I mean, you have just so many railgun chargers that you do not need in the slightest bit. And it's not only driving your cost up a lot, it's also affecting how strong the armor is. And another thing is, let's see here, your recoil. Replace some of these railgun chargers with recoil. You see your recoil, it says it's 4,792 a second. You have 135 a second in absorption. This thing's going to be inaccurate. Pretty fucking inaccurate. Even if you get rid of those whole 2 sticks, you still have 13. Like, you could come through here and get rid of so many of these. You only need as many railgun chargers as your rail use. You don't need any more than that. Don't put in so many, because that's just that you're wasting so much space that you can use for more components to make your gun better. And then you could use that for more autoloaders, more intakes, more mags, and especially recoil absorption. Yeah, you got a lot of work to do. Your hull, you could use a lot of work. Yeah, you just got a lot of work to do, man. You need to practice. I think first you need to practice on your APS Tetris. All these numbers on this menu showing what its stats are, with like its recoil is 4,792. You only need enough recoil absorption to cover that. You don't need any more. Same with the rail use. You only need 9,584 charges per second. You don't need 24,000 charges per second. It has no benefit. And the thing with that is, too, you won't be able to get exactly that amount, but you put in just enough to go over to what you need, and you're good. You don't need to fill the entire turret cap and everything. Oh, great. The stream's dying. It's because we've been going on... Oh, we've been going on for 45 minutes. Either way, yeah, you've got a lot of work to do on this thing, man. Well, at least the helicopter works. Also, it looks like a lot of your missiles do not have guidance. Or they just don't have fins. Ah. They are laser designator, and you don't have any laser designators. Yeah. Yeah, the stream's gonna die soon. That's how it be, though. Oops, I just got rid of the pencil. I did not mean to get rid of the pencil. I'll have to go back. Oops. Okay. Let's see here. Stream do be getting kind of laggy. Yeah. It's because my internet doesn't know whether or not it actually wants to work or if it wants to, well, kill itself. So, we'll try and rush through the rest of these. Okay. Nuke Bike. Let's check out Nuke Bike. Alright, what is the Nuke Bike? This is from Rat. Oh my god. Jesus. Very squirrely. Dude's holding on for dear fucking life. Hold up. I gotta get my chat pulled back up. So I missed 90% of the stream then. Got that middle of the desert internet today, huh, bro? Full ship cooked, bro. Yeah, I did. Real bad shit making a stream lag. Autoloader is barely getting by. Railgun chargers consumed like a pig in a suit. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So this guy's just trying to fucking deliver a goddamn nuke, and it is so squirrely. I would spawn in Atlanta. Wait, hang on. Let me just do this. I want to see this. I like the design of that. Very fun. Let me